Hi everyone, it's me down here in the corner. My name is Jessica Brennan and I am your professor for this course. You're welcome to call me Jessica, or if you're not comfortable referring to your teachers by their first name, then I ask that you call me either Professor Brennan or Dr. Brennan, not Mrs. Brennan. That's factually incorrect. I'm actually not married, and if I did get married, I still would be Dr. Brennan or Professor Brennan. Um, we can talk more about that. And I think once I explain my story about how I ended up getting my doctorate, you'll understand a little bit more of why that's so important to me. But first and foremost, I want to apologize for not being able to be there to meet you today for your very first class. I am very grateful to Lisa Shutt for covering class because I didn't want to have to cancel. It is always important to get on the same page together in the classroom. And so today I made a video that Lisa's showing to you so that I could go over how to access different parts of this course so that when you come to class next week, you are already prepared and ready. So first, let me start by explaining why I'm not there. In this class, we talk about development from prenatal through adolescence. And often people get the best understanding of of child development when we put it in context and we talk about children we actually know and think about stories for examples to help us better understand how development is occurring. Well, I have two kiddos that I talk about in my class a lot, and they're my nephews, Logan and Colin. Logan will be 6 on January 31st, and Colin is 8.5. They live in Michigan with my sister. My sister and her husband live out here as well as my parents. I'm from California though, so I'll explain that more when we meet. My youngest nephew, Logan, this summer began having seizures, and it turned out he had a benign tumor on his frontal lobe, and so he needed to have brain surgery. It was supposed to be last Tuesday, which meant that I would be back in California by Sunday night. However, they had to postpone the surgery to this past Friday. And today, Monday, as I'm filming this video, Logan just came home from the hospital. So I need to stay out here for the rest of the week to support my sister and help take care of my 8.5-year-old nephew, and also just make sure Logan is in good spirits, which, by the way, he is. He's healing very well. But that meant that I'm missing the first week of classes. So Lisa kindly agreed to come in and first show you this video. Next, she will take attendance. And then finally, you're going to watch a movie today. Now, the interesting thing is you may think, oh, she's not here, so she assigned a movie for us to watch. But the truth of the matter is I always show this movie during the first day of class for 103. And you'll find in this class, I actually show a lot of movies. For every age group we cover, I have a different movie that I show. But the one you're going to watch today, I think is, when I say a documentary, it might sound boring, but I think you're going to really enjoy it, especially if you like true crime type documentaries. While this isn't technically a crime, what you are going to watch is going to get you thinking about ethics in research and the old child development debate. Is it nature or is it nurture? So without further ado, I'm going to give you a tour of Canvas, talk a little bit about the class, and then I will let you get on with attendance and watching our film. So you'll see I am here in your class on the home page. You should have received an email. Oh, I just realized this actually isn't your class. Bear with me. So here I am in your class. You'll see right here where it says first class tomorrow. You should have received that email from me last night. If for any reason you haven't received that as an email in your school email from me, it is likely because you do not have your preferences set up in Canvas to receive emails. So if I go over here to account, you see my little face there, and I click on account, I can go through these different options, and the one I want to go to is notifications. And that is where I can update all of my different notifications that I'll be receiving. So for instance, it's important that you have announcement turned on to notify immediately. You can turn your due date to provide you a weekly summary, or I think, is that all of the options? There's notify immediately, daily summary, weekly summary, or notifications off. It's really important that announcement is turned on to notify immediately. And the reason is, if anything happens where class is going to be canceled, or I have to change the due date of your homework or you're in exam, the announcements is where I'm going to communicate with you. So I would highly recommend that you set that up to notify immediately. Okay, I'm going to go back to your course now. And you'll always see the most recent announcement at the top of the page here. I'm going to move to view as student, so this will look more like what I expect it to. I just noticed my little picture's not working there, so I'll update that for you. For those of you who haven't used Canvas before, this is what's known as our home page. Over here on the right, you have a to-do list, which can be a good way to keep on top of your homework and know what's expected of you, but it's not the only way. Really, the most easiest way to stay on top of this, sorry, that wasn't grammatically correct. The easiest way to stay on top of what you're doing in this class is to go to the modules section. In the modules section, there are modules mainly for each week, but we also have something called Start Here. And so I always recommend that you read through the Start Here module. I think it is a lot of really important information. It's information that you may be used to finding on a syllabus, but I like to repeat it a few times. So if you just start on page 1, there's some information about me, and there's a picture, which I'm now realizing is about 12 years old. That's time to update. And then I treat modules almost the way I would book pages. So I go down here where it says next, and I click next, and it takes me to the next page. There's a lot of information here. I am not going to go through the different policies with you. Instead, I would like you to take the time to read them because you don't want to sit through a video of me talking about the policies. If we were face to face, I might talk about them a little bit more, but for now, go ahead and read them. And then when we meet next week, we can talk about any questions you might have. All right, so the next page, the syllabus for the course can be found here. This is actually a separate website. And once you click on it, it will open a new window and bring you to my Liquid syllabus. This page has information about the class, a fun little video that I made on Adobe Spark, and I'm pretty proud of myself for making, so please somebody watch it. The course description, the learning outcomes, the different topics covered, my late work policies, how to earn points in this class, and then finally my but what if section. So what if I'm sick? Email me, text me, check in, let me know. What if I have a death in the family? Email me, text me, check in, let me know. You're going to notice a theme as you read through: communication. So if something is going on and you're not able to make class, or you're having trouble with your homework, or you're getting a failing grade, stay in contact with me. And when I go back to our course, I will show you all the different ways to contact me. And then right below there, I have resources. So these are great little buttons that you can click on, and they will actually take you to the different resources at MJC. So you can find out more about the Success Team. You can find out more about free lunch on Wednesdays. You can send me an email. You can learn more about different programs that we have available here at MJC to our students. All right, the course description and learning outcomes, those come directly from our, the word I'm looking for, catalog. And so you've probably already read these. When you continue to click through, as I said, there's a lot of information and I know it's a lot to read, but that is probably the best way to go around. And then when you get to the bottom, you're going to have 2 assignments that are due next week before you come to class. The first one is a student information survey. It opens like a quiz, but actually you just get 10 points for completing it. There are no right or wrong answers because you're just answering questions about yourself. The next thing you'll have is a syllabus quiz, and that actually is a quiz, and there are 10 points to be earned, for one for each question. And all of the information that you need to take the syllabus quiz can be found in the Start Here module, as well as in your syllabus that's linked. So the good news is you can take it as many times as you want until you get 10 points, because it's a lot more important to me that you know that information than it is that you were able to take a quiz about it. Another really important page that's in this Start Here module is the book. Some of you may be wondering, what book do I use for this class? Well, good news, your book is free. So I use an ebook. It's called Understanding the Whole Child, and it is a 0 textbook cost book. You can open this by clicking on the link. You'll see it will open the PDF here. And you can scroll down. It's long, it's 433 pages. And yes, we are going to read all of those in the next 16 weeks. Or you can click this little arrow and that will allow you to download it. If you're one of the people who really like printed books better than an ebook, you're welcome to order a hard copy of the book. They will send it to you printed and bound from Lulu's. If you click on that link, it costs approximately $25, but it's not necessary to order the book. You can do it for free online. If you want a copy of the book, that's how you would get it. All right, going back to modules. So next week, you'll have your first lecture. The way this class works is it works best if you've done the reading before you come to the lecture. So I will ask you to read chapter 1 and then you'll turn in reading notes for chapter 1. There's no specific format that reading notes have to be written in. They are your notes and they should be helpful to you. They must be a minimum of 1 to 1.5 pages. They can be longer if you'd like. And you will upload either a file where you've typed the notes, or you can take a photo of a handwritten document. There's directions here on how to submit those. And then the other thing you'll do is take a reading quiz. So these reading quizzes happen every week. They're related to the chapter that you read. They are 5 questions, 2 points each. And you may take it up to twice and I'll keep the highest score. So if the first time you get 8 and the second time you get 6, the grade you get will be 8. All right. So finally, over here on the home page, I wanted to show you my contact information. So this is my email address. This is my phone number. This is a text app that you can text me. Also, my phone number directly connects to my cell phone, so please don't call me at 1 a.m. And then my student office hours next week when I'm back in California will be Tuesday 9 to 10 before this class, and then my other classes are on, or my other hours are on there too. I can't wait to meet you all. Thanks for coming to class today. Feel free to email me if you have any questions.